Hey groupers, Pastor Marshall here, done with all of my vacation, excited to finish the book of Esther and continue this series on ladies in the Bible. Well, who is one person that changed your life? I want you to think of outside your immediate family. I don't want you to name your spouse. I want you to think of someone that changed your life and then share with your group, how did they change your life? Well, Esther chapter 4, Mordecai is mourning at the king's gate. What was Mordecai trying to accomplish by mourning at the king's gate? And then we meet the next major character in the story, Hathach. Why was Hathach's role so important? How could that have gone bad, or how did it go well? Why was this role so important? If Esther does nothing, if she ignores Uncle Morty, if she does nothing, make a list. What are some of the ways that she is likely going to be affected negatively if she just sits on her hands? Can you think of some other people who you believe that God brought into prominence at special times in history to do special things? We have an entire book of the Bible about Esther and her saving of the Jews. Can you think of other people in history that you believe that God brought to prominence just for a special purpose? Do you think that God accomplishes his purposes even through evil people? If you think yes, share with your group why. If you think no way, God would never do that, share with your group why. Is there any biblical examples that you can think of besides the book of Esther that might support either one of your theories? If we are unwilling to be used by God, will this change his purposes? Will it change his purposes for the universe? And will it change his purposes for us? And then why is the fact that God is seldom, if never in a hurry, often so difficult for us to deal with? And then, how did Esther show her commitment to God's will? Esther counted the cost and chose to serve God. What are some of the costs in our current day and age if we choose to serve God? What does it cost us? And then I want you to remember the application and think about how it applies to your life. This week I talked about notes about the providence of God, and I wonder just which one for you is the most important in this season of your life. The providence of God has purposes in the world, I shared. It has purposes for individuals, I shared. It has purposes that will happen even if we refuse to obey him. And then I talked about how he'll exchange us or discipline us. And then finally, fourth, his purposes are never on a human timetable. Well, I wonder which one of those connects with you the most. Hope you'll be at church next Sunday as we talk about Esther 5, 6, and 7. God bless.